Hello and welcome back, guys. I'm your friendly scribe, and today we are going to be playing Spirit Artist's Notebook. Without further ado, let us join the conversation with Bane of Evil and Eos. This steel jungle is full of all kinds of danger. Luckily, I, Bane of Evil, the New Eridu's sharpest and smartest detective, am still here guarding this city. I just need a little help. So, you need some help. Just say the word. I need an assistant. An assistant? That's right. It's the way of the world. A princess needs a knight by her side, and a top-notch detective should have a solid partner too. Before coming here, I already looked into every bamboo on 6th Street. Everyone said Eos is not only experienced, but incredibly reliable. After careful observation and screening, I've decided to extend an official invitation. Become my assistant, Eos. Eos doesn't work for free. What? What do you mean working for free? That's outrageous. This is justice. The responsibility is huge. I just know that as an upstanding citizen of New Eridu, you wouldn't dream of turning down my invitation. Why are you throwing labels around? Anyway, I've got the first wanted poster ready. Time to get this mission rolling. My assistant and my assistant's master. See you at the newsstand. Alright. So we gotta talk to Bane of Evil. Behold, the most terrifying twin phantoms. Over at Luminous Square, floating monsters, hovering demons, and even deadly poisons that can steal your senses. They'll poison everyone. My assistant, this challenging mission is your very first trial. Bane of Evil's city patrol journey starts here. Let's go catch some ghosts. That is clearly Rena and her two bamboo. That's the spirit. Blessings upon you, my assistant. Following the clue from Bane of Evil, you arrive at Luminous Square. With Eos in tow, you looked around and finally you spotted some vaguely familiar figures near the cafe. Go talk to them. At a cafe? Anxious young lady. Is this, Alright, that's a deal then. I'll handle the cake and you two split the bread and drinks. But bamboo can't eat bread. I can't drink anything either. There's no other choice. Lady Rena says you have to finish eating what you made to complete maid training course lesson 3 before moving on to the next class. But if I ate all 3 of those dishes by myself, I'd probably pass out and end up bedridden. Alright, I'll give it a shot. If I crash or disconnect, you're paying for my repairs. No problem. Oh no, Rena, what have you done? Hello, dear manager. Ah, dear manager. Perfect timing. Would you like to join me for Rena's specialty afternoon tea? Rena's specialty afternoon tea? Certainly sounds full of creativity. Of course, I made this with love for the students in my recent maid training course, and everyone loved it. The first time they tried it, a few students clutched their chests and passed out from the amazing flavor. I'm not gonna break it to her. Someone else has to do it. When they woke up, they even told me they loved the unprecedented culinary experience. That sounds quite intense. So what's on the afternoon tea menu? This time the theme was to craft a rich, savory base by mixing complex flavors. That's why the menus features bread paired with salted fish, purple cabbage, cough syrup flavored cake, served alongside a freshly squeezed bitter melon meat patty smoothie. Oh god. The twin ghosts live up to their name. So that's why they're wanted. Wanted? Ooh, that sounds intriguing. You gotta tell me more, or I'm not letting you leave. You tell Rena about the district's wanted story of the Bane of Evil. So that's how it is. What a tragic misunderstanding. Please take me back so I can find that bamboo and clear things up. You bring Rena over to the newsstand. Jeez. I'm not. Dear assistant and assistant's master, you. Wait. Who is this? Light on your feet, moving quiet, and the ghost trailing behind. You. Could you be? It's the twin ghost. She's got something to tell you. What does she want? Just so you know, Bane of Evil is the bravest, toughest bamboo on all of 6th Street, and will never bow to evil. Even if you tear my shell off, yank my screws out, and strip down my core module, I won't back down. The Bane of Evil lets out an indignant growl, but once Rena picked it up, it couldn't break free at all, and had no choice but to quietly listen to the whole story from start to finish, buzzing and vibrating the entire time. That's the whole story. With that, our little misunderstanding should be all cleared up now. Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll take down your wanted poster right away. Case info. The twin ghosts have appeared at Luminous Square. She's a floating monster, a hovering devil who brews mind-bending poisons that'll knock everyone out cold. Head to Luminous Square and see what's really going on. Truth uncovered. Rena set up a maid training course at Luminous Square and handed out her homemade Rena specialty afternoon tea to the participants. Looks like it was a bit too avant-garde for most of them. At least I think I'm saying that word right. No! Grace! You're finally here, my assistant, and my assistant's master. Today's opponent, the Dismantling Maniac, is especially terrifying and particularly vicious. Just watching her evil deeds is enough to make a bamboo's logic core run cold and their charging port short circuit. What happened? My assistant's master, take a look at that hellish scene on the wanted poster. Not just cruel abuse, but ruthless dismantling too. Under her screwdriver, even the bravest machine ends up shattered into pieces, scattered all over the floor. Brave friends, now I entrust you the duty of defeating the demon. Alright, Bane of Evil, what about you? I'm standing here warning every passerby, telling them not to go near Branch Street construction site. Don't underestimate this task. Preventing trouble before it starts is important work too. Off you go, my assistant and my assistant's master. I bless you both. Following the clues from Bane of Evil, you arrive at the old Branch Street construction site. With the EOS in tow, you looked around and finally you spotted some vaguely familiar figures nearby. Go talk to them. Okay. So, Bear Thyroid. Have you heard? Something serious happened at that neighboring construction site recently. Something serious? Like what? According to my intel, there's a long neglected warehouse over there, and it's full of old items that have been sitting around for years. Inside are a bunch of long-sealed demons that are old, dusty, and completely wrecked. Since it was dug up, it's been making terrifying laughter every night in the middle of the night. You better believe it, I was pulling a late shift once and clearly heard endless crazy laughter. I freaked out and bolted. scary ghost resurrection incident once happened at the abandoned construction site next door. What? That sounds pretty scary. Construction site ghost. Let's hear it. Alright, I'm gonna tell you, but don't say I didn't warn you. On a dark, windless night when the streets were dead silent, a little girl got lost wandering through a construction site. She felt her way through the darkness, trying to find a way out. Finally, she saw a light and made her way toward it. And then what happened? She walked up to the light, reaches out her hand trying to touch it. That's terrifying. Let me catch my breath. The young girl touched something wet and sticky. I can't go on. What? Okay, I don't know what she's on about, but here's Grace. Proxy and Eos, it's been a while. What brings you guys to the construction site today? Oh, did you finally come around to agree to let me run some tests on Eos? That's wonderful. Hold on a sec. I'll go get the bamboo lubrication and polishing kit, along with the rest of the stuff I had prepared. That's not it. Help me. Wait, Grace, that's not why we're here. I'm not mentally ready for this. Okay, guess I'll wait a bit longer then. Still, you should take this bamboo daily maintenance kit back with you, Proxy. I got it specially for Eos. I was going to bring it to the video store myself if work at the construction site hadn't been so busy lately. What happened? It's nothing major. During the last site inspection, we found a bunch of sealed equipment that needs maintenance and repairs. Later, while inspecting them, I found a machine inside that hadn't been powered on in ages. It was really... Why are you suddenly so excited, Grace? You're talking twice as fast as usual. It was one very, very captivating pile driver. The surface might be a bit weathered from oxidation, but its core components are still going strong. What? Okay, it's just the text. It's a tough little fellow. While performing regular maintenance, I unscrewed each of its screws and got a look at its internals. Those sleek, refined lines, that smooth and efficient assembly, it's honestly an astonishing feat of industrial craftsmanship. By the time I realized what happened, it was already a scattered pile of parts, so I had no choice but to give it a full overhaul and rebuild it from top to bottom. Now this little one is quiet and powerful, with flawless performance, and has already been put into service. Everyone loved it. There she is, the Dismantling Maniac. Dismantling Maniac? That's a new one. Are you referring to me? You tell Grace about the district's wanted story of the Bane of Evil. So that's how it is. No wonder I thought I heard faint scraping noises while doing maintenance on the machines. Thinking about it now, it must have been that little one calling himself the Bane of Evil. Sounds like a sensitive little thing. If this whole situation's got it stressed out, that's not really ideal. Proxy, can you take me to see it? I should go straighten out this misunderstanding and give that little one a checkup while I'm at it. Sure, let's go. I'm actually concerned about bringing her. You bring Grace over to the newsstand. The two quickly clear up the misunderstanding and seem to have hit it off right away. Amazing, such vivid outlines, such clean strokes, and such exquisite coloring. Little one, the proxy told me you go by Bane of Evil? You got a logic core every bit as sharp and stylish as your name would suggest, and you're even talented in the arts. Here we go again. Bane of Evil really is something else. That's right. I'm a super smart, exceptionally wise bamboo. Totally different from those run-of-the-mill companions who just clock in and out like drones. You're a human with great taste as well, though by the rules of first come first serve, you'll have to rank behind my assistant master and settle for being my second favorite person. But I've decided to grant you the honorary title of Bane of Evil's Confidant as compensation. The two of them launch into a lively conversation. Taking the opportunity, Grace pulls out the device she carries with her and scans the internal structure of the Bane of Evil. I see now. There's a slight deviation near your core module. Something that sets you apart from the other little ones. No wonder it's so full of energy. You got that right. I'm one of a kind, totally unique Bangbu. Still, with only a preliminary scan, I can't quite figure out how your internal systems operate. How fascinating. A structural flaw, yet it's created an entirely different behavioral pattern and operational logic. What behavioral pattern? And operational logic? I don't really understand. I see now. It's because the structural differences cause the frequencies to vary. Hold on, I'll be right back. Once I bring my equipment, I can dismantle the outer shell, run diagnostics with my professional instruments, compare every abnormal frequency, and figure out what's going on. Dismantle? Not happening. Assistant and assistant's master, please save me. Still just a kid. It's not ready yet. No need to be afraid. I'm very professional. I promise every one of your screws will come through completely unharmed. If you really don't want to, here's my contact information. I'll leave it with you for now. If you ever change your mind, just give me a call. Alright, truth uncovered. During a recent construction site inspection, Grace discovered a really charismatic pile driver. As for what came next, unscrewing bolts, examining the structure, and reassembling it, totally normal, right? Absolutely not. That looks like Sokaku. Quick, look, what's that? An executive officer. An old acquaintance. What? An old acquaintance? You're definitely being fooled by its cunning disguise. This thing's a vicious, greedy, cruel, and downright wicked, man-eating monster. Sounds scary. Of course, the legend has it, these creatures live 18 floors underground, munch on fireballs, guzzles lava, and I think it was supposed to be has a nasty temper to boot. Once they've reached the surface, they go on a hunting spree, chasing all kinds of prey, and then they devour it in a single bite. Like on a wanted poster. Exactly. Sharp eye you got there, master of my assistant. Now, I shall entrust you with the duty of dealing with these monsters. Sure thing, Bane of Evil. You forget it. Let's go. Following the clue from Bane of Evil, you arrive at Port Elpis. With Eos in tow, you looked around and finally you spotted some vaguely familiar figures near the food stalls. Go talk to them. I missed the metro this morning, skipped lunch at noon, then got chewed out by the boss this afternoon. I finally clocked out and all I want is some fresh out of the fryer fries to heal my wounded soul with that deep-fried carb therapy. Then the moment I let my guard down, I got surrounded by these thugs. Now I can't even get my fries. Ask this guy about the monster. What monster? I just pulled some extra shifts. Got dark circles under my eyes and look a bit run down. But you can't just call me a monster. Comfort the man, express your sincere apologies. Through some genuine consoling and another box of fresh out of the fryer fries, the gentleman finally stopped crying. Alright. Oh, let me guess what you're here to ask me. A horned hat, a talking handbag, or some other kind of toy. I gotta keep working hard if I'm going to hit the boss's sale target. After some enthusiastic sale pitches, you pick a bunch of toys for Eos. Haramasa and Kaku. Both of you. Oh, hey Proxy. Is section 6 off today? Both Sukaku and Haramasa have the day off. Pretty much. We just finished a job and now we're on break. Sukaku was starving and kept going on about getting a burger. She made it sound amazing. I figured I'd swing by it too. Yeah, the burgers here are amazing. They have so many flavors you can't get anywhere else. The crispy squeak cod burger. The coating is nice and crunchy, but the inside is really soft and tender, and the mayo spills right out. Wanna try one, Proxy? We got a spare. At Sokaku's enthusiastic insistence, you try a sizzling crispy cod burger. It really is delicious. And can I ask you for a small favor? What's up? Could you find a server and help me order one burger of every flavor? I already ordered twice the first time. The staff even double-checked a few times if I really meant to eat that much. They even offered They even offered to contact a hospital for me. So I had Haramasa help with the second order, but now the staff probably recognize him too. You're really that hungry, Sokaku? Yeah, I overslept today, so I got called into a hollow on an emergency mission before I can even eat breakfast. There was no food in the hollow, and I had to keep fighting like crazy. When I came out, I felt lightheaded and my stomach was already rumbling. So I rushed straight over here, I just wanted to stuff myself with loads of burgers and fries. One whole burger with each bite. One whole box of fries with each bite. Huh? How did you know? Heh, I was just super hungry. Word's already gotten around 6th Street. There's even a wanted notice. You tell Sokaku about the district's wanted story of the Bane of Evil. Something like that actually happens? Wait, can you take me to find that citizen so I can explain things to them, Proxy? If word about this got out, it'd be way too embarrassing, and it'd probably make Nagi worried too. But before we head to 6th Street, Proxy, help me order those burgers first. I already blew my allowance for today. Tomorrow, the next day, and the day after, day after that on this food. I'm gonna eat every last bite before we do anything else. Once Sokaku has had her fill of food and drinks, you take her to the newsstand. Is it just her, or do we bring Haramasa with us? Hey, are you Mr. Bane of Evil? I'm Sokaku from Section 6. I got a few things to say about that wanted notice. What? An executive officer? I don't trust a word you say. You're totally lying to me. This is a monster's trick, just like the legends. Huh? No. I really am an executive officer for Section 6. This is my work ID. This is my access card, and this is my... Bane of Evil carefully examines the credentials. Somehow, even through its metal shell, traces of fear could be seen. Oh, so that's what's going on. I understand now. It's all a misunderstanding. No need to worry about it. Sorry for interrupting your duties. Sokaku hums a tune as she walks off, while the bamboo keeps trembling violently, only managing to muster the courage to speak again after a while. No wonder she's an executive officer from Section 6. I can feel such a powerful aura. Do you think she might report me to public security for breaking bamboo regulations and have me taken in or something like that? Is there such regulations? Not before, but I've heard the executive officers of Section 6 can do anything, so arresting me would probably be a piece of cake. Sokaku's a good person. That's not gonna happen. After reassuring Bane of Evil for a while, the bamboo finally calms down. Seems like today's events were just a bit too much for the poor thing. Truth uncovered. Sokaku didn't have breakfast, got dragged out for an emergency assembly, then had to work her tail off in the hollow the whole day. So scarfing down a few dozen burgers, one after another, is totally normal. Who's next? Is that Vivian? Now we gotta keep it down. What happened? I'll let you in on this, but you absolutely can't tell anyone. Did you see today's wanted poster? That's what's depicted here is a creature straight out of legend. Last time I saw one of those was on 143000. What? Careful, don't get too close to it. They say if you hear its chanting, you'll lose consciousness and collapse. Even your logic core will stop responding and your charging port might get burned out. Even bamboo like us aren't immune, let alone humans like you. Lucky for you, Bane of Evil, the top detective, is standing right here. Assistance, before you set out to capture the witch, I will grant you a sacred blessing and give you my very own special item. Bane of Evil hands over a special item. Looks like a pair of earplugs. Perfect, my assistant. You are all geared up now. Next up, it's time to fulfill your glorious duty. Go forth, Avatar of Justice. Let's roll. I'm pretty sure that's Vivian. Following the clue from Bane of Evil, you arrived at the Ballet Twin Plaza. With Eos in tow, you looked around and finally spotted some vaguely familiar figures in the plaza. Go talk to them. Okay. So we got some bamboo. Bamboo pretending to be broken. Bouncing bamboo. Did you hear? The Bamboo Workers Mutual Aid Society is being set up right now. Never heard of it. Doesn't matter, same old story, empty promises. This time's different. That bamboo from the union is highly skilled at the job, and really good at making dennies and dealing with humans. It even came up with a super efficient way to get things done. What's this now? I'm not buying it. Like, when I'm on the clock and switch into work mode, I act like I can't hear anything outside no matter how loudly humans call out. And also, when a crisis hits, immediately dump everything on a colleague and say, this mess is yours to clean up. And most importantly, before starting work, don't charge up in advance so I can pass out anytime, anywhere. That kind of makes sense. Singing Young Girl and the Young Girl. La la la. The great, beautiful, amazing Hollow Spectre. Please take my homework away. I'll offer a week's allowance as tribute. Is homework that scary? Is chanting going to work? Of course, a boring grown-up like you wouldn't get it. Homework's way scarier than ghosts. I beg to differ. It hasn't worked yet, but I'm convinced that if I stick with it, I'll see progress. At least that's what the books state. Oh, it's Vivian and Lilac. Why y'all bullying Robin? Miss Vivian, me and Lilac already know each other pretty well. We've heard 8 different versions of Phaethon's epic performance at the Hollow Champion competition. We know every last detail by heart already, so you really don't need to go over it again. But I did make some tweaks to the wording, and those changes are really important. I won't publish this on internet until I've confirmed there are no issues with these changes. Anything related to Lord Phaethon, even a single punctuation error, I absolutely will not allow. Vivian launches into her next round of recitation. It sounds like your exploits from the Hollow Champion competition, but she's dressing it up quite a bit. In that split-second crisis, it was Lord Phaethon who stepped up. Wicked black wolves, creepy hollow raiders, they're all nothing before the mighty Phaethon. All it takes is one kick to send their heads flying, rolling all over the hollow. As Vivian keeps talking, Robin and Lilac both seem to drift off, like their minds are wandering. Phew. Neither of them are listening. What? Lord Phaethon, when did you get here? when Robin told you to stop reading. Ah, that means you were here from the start. This is so embarrassing. What are you doing at the Ballet Twins? Do you need me, what? It's supposed to be, do you need my help? Excuse me. A little, yeah, it's related to you. You tell Vivian about Bane of Evil, and in the process, Robin and Lilac slowly return to their senses. Vivian told us about her faith in story 3 or 4 days ago. That lines up. Miss Lilac, please refrain from bringing up such matters. Miss Vivian's heart rate is accelerating and her body temperature continues to rise. If this keeps up, I'll have to call the hospital and have them come treat Miss Vivian. Robin, be quiet. I'll head to 6th Street right now and explain things to that bamboo. We bring Vivian over to the newsstand and fill Bane of Evil in on the situation. Anyway, that's the whole deal. Got it. Please forgive me. After all, these kinds of misunderstandings are inevitable in a detective's line of work. Then you better drop that wanted poster of mine ASAP. Seeing this scene pop up on the canvas is a bit too wild. Truth Uncovered. Vivian's Tales of Lord Phaeton's Exploits is now on its 8th revision, and Lilac and Robin have been its trapped and unwilling repeat audience. They have our sympathy. Okay. Bane of Evil's spot. Now the place is completely empty, with only the bleak western wind blowing through. After waiting in place for a moment, suddenly, with the harsh grind of gears, Bane of Evil comes bounding over. This is terrifying. What's wrong? Only the bravest and most quick-witted bamboo could have dealt with what just happened. My assistant and my assistant's master, are you ready to face the truth, even if it means confronting ruthless killers and lurking demons head-on? What happened? Let me tell you, today I ran into the most dangerous criminal in all of 6th Street history. She appears out of nowhere, vanishes without a trace, has sneaky tail. I believe that's supposed to be has a sneaky tail, insane strength, and last, those eyes that see straight through walls. Just one look from her, and even the most skilled security boo will immediately short out, its wiring fried and screws raining to the ground. Luckily, the one it ran into was Bane of Evil. Even when faced with such a demon, I was able to use my nimble body to dash through the streets and alleys and make it here to ask for your help. Got it, you bailed. So you ran away. What do you mean bailed? Bane of Evil does not bail. It was a tactical retreat to relay critical intel to my companions so we can formulate a thorough capture plan. Hang on, let me slap today's wanted poster up here. Moments later. I'm counting on you, assistant, and assistant's master. I really can't tell what it is. Your drawing skills need some work. What? A technique with this much soul, and you dare question it? Whatever. A brave warrior like me won't be scared off by some criminal's threats. Even facing such a dangerous rogue, I'll see justice through to the end. Let's go, assistant's master. I'll lead you straight to where I spotted the crook. Let's get going. No, you should be the one scouting ahead while I provide tactical guidance from the rear. That's the proper division of labor between detective and assistant. Okay. I believe that looks like, yeah. Long time no see, little manager. And this is, Mr. Bane of Evil? He rushed off so fast earlier, I didn't even get the chance to say hello. Hey, we're all friends here. Bane of Evil didn't do it on purpose. What? Assistant's master? No way. You two actually know each other? I get it. This has to be the criminal's partner, plotting to earn the detective's trust before turning on them when they least expect it. That sneaky scheme almost worked, but you should know, a bamboo like me, Bane of Evil, would never betray justice. Wait, what are you doing? Jane picks up Bane of Evil and examines its inner workings in detail. When she finishes, the bamboo collapses weakly on the floor. Who would have thought such a tiny internal structural deviation could lead to such a huge boost in observation ability? Its observation skills are pretty sharp. It even draws wanted posters. I noticed that too. This morning I took care of an urgent mission and cleared out some, well, let's just say some unnecessary personnel who shouldn't have been hanging around. Before I began, I confirmed every precaution was in place, but still, that bamboo was hiding by the roadside, sneaking glances at me for quite a while. By the time I finished up and went looking for it, the little guy had already gone. It even covered its tracks. Such a curious little thing. Sure enough, it didn't take long before it came back to find me on its own. I see. You were fishing and the bamboo took the bait. Despicable. Shameless. Oh? Being accused like that stings a little, you know? And here I was just thinking, you have a keen eye and know how to stay hidden. Quite the little scout. If the opportunity comes up, maybe you can partner up with me on some basic assignments. That would basically make you an unofficial member of public security. What? Partner? Work with public security? Jane's a special consultant for public security. If you're not interested, then I guess that's that. What a shame. No, I want to. A bamboo as sharp and capable as me really ought to be rewarded and brought into the organization. Join as a proper employee, but put in the work, climb the ranks, secure a full position, and in the end become a public security special consultant bamboo. You're really thinking ahead. That's some solid career planning right there. And with that, the freshly appointed public security specialist appointed Batty Boo followed Jane's lead, happily heading off. At the end of the day, it's a happy ending for everyone. Truth uncovered, the figure that the Bane of Evil saw was actually Jane. Jane believes that the Bane of Evil is indeed a bamboo with sharp observation skills and a knack for stealth. Perhaps it could work as her partner for some simple missions. It looks like the Bane of Evil is thrilled about this assignment. Alright. We'll claim that. We'll claim those. And that seems like that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification button to be notified on any future updates. Wait, what? Ellen? Oh, you're back. Perfect. Looking for me. Take a look at this. Does this drawing really look like me? Earlier today at school, a bunch of classmates told me there was a portrait of me up on 6th Street, so I had to come check it out myself. Not really, the details don't match up at all. But they all sounded so certain. Don't even say it. Seriously, don't even. Ever heard of a doppelganger? Oh, I see. Alright, I get it. So Ellen really just showed up for this. That's actually funny. Alright, back to what I was doing before I got distracted. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified on any future updates, such as videos, live streams, and posts. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys. This is Described, signing out.